If you feel like it's taking you forever to douche, and I'm talking hours sometimes, you're not alone. But the good news is, it doesn't have to be that way. Today's video is a step-by-step guide on how to douche way faster and way easier. I'm talking 20 minutes or less, and we won't be using this damn thing. Instead, we'll be using this. Before we get too deep into today's lesson, it's important you know why these bulbs are causing douching to be a total nightmare for you to begin with. And it all comes down to anatomy. This is your rectum, where everyday butt stuff is going down. When you use a bulb like this, it goes past the curve in your colon called the rectosigmoid junction, and it dumps water directly into the sigmoid colon. You see, poop is not stored in the rectum, it is stored in the sigmoid colon. Not only is going past the rectosigmoid junction into the sigmoid colon throwing off your body's clocks and rhythms to go to the bathroom, but you're also creating a literal mudslide of problems when it's douching time. All right, so now that that's been covered, let's get into it. First things first is you always want to clean your bulb before you use it. We are using hand soap, and I stress hand soap, particularly antibacterial hand soap, because so many people use dishwashing soap, and we're just gonna make sure we get all that soap off. When that's good, same thing with the bulb. We're gonna put some warm water in here. We're gonna squirt a little bit of that hand soap in there, release that, and now we're going to rinse it out with warm, plain water. No need to do any more soap. So I did that probably about 10 times just to make sure there's no soap suds left. And once that's good to go, we're ready to use this bad boy. Now I'm gonna fill up my bulb, and I wanna make sure I'm using lukewarm water. Never hot and never cold. Super hot water is going to burn your rectum and potentially cause some real damage. And cold water is gonna make prep time take longer and make you have to do extra rounds of douching that are unnecessary. The number one goal with douching is to always prevent over douching. The less you douche, the less you disturb the mucus lining in your rectum. The mucus lining in your rectum does a pretty damn good job keeping that area clean as is. So we want to keep that mucus lining undisturbed as much as possible. Those giant bulbs, they disturb the shit out of them. But even with a small bulb, if you rinse out for like an hour, you're disturbing it, trust. Now that our bulb is completely filled with water, we're gonna add silicone lube to the tip. You are never raw dogging the tip of a bulb into your booty hole. Now it's time to douche. I get asked all the time, what is the best position to douche? It isn't this, it's not this, it is definitely not this. This is the best way to douche. Remember all the times we talked about the rectosigmoid junction and the sigmoid colon in the beginning of the video? That's because when you do all these crazy positions, you're really raising the chances that you're dumping water into the sigmoid colon. It's best to just stay upright like this. If you have a stand-in shower, just bringing one foot up on your toes and hinging a little bit is more than enough. Nothing like this. Don't go crazy, because again, you're just gonna dump water past the point of no return. We're trying to keep it in the rectum. You're going to insert the bulb in, and you're going to squeeze the bulb. You're gonna hold that squeeze on the bulb as you pull the bulb out so that you're not getting any backflow. You definitely don't wanna squeeze the bulb multiple times while it's in you. Just one squeeze, hold that squeeze and pull the bulb out, then let it go. That's a super good method to make sure you're not shooting extra air up in your bum, because that can be pretty uncomfortable during bottoming. And it can also make it a little confusing to know if you're done or not because you've got air in you. Once that's done, it's obviously time to empty that water out of your rectum. You don't need to let the water sit in for X amount of time. A lot of people are like, hold it in for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, hold it in until you feel like you can't hold it any longer. That's not necessary. Dump it out right away. I learned this exercise years ago from a pelvic floor therapist to actually help with constipation. And the minute I saw it, I was like, this is actually great for getting water out for douching. And all you're gonna do is take a seat on the toilet and you're going to quite literally moo like a cow. When you moo like a cow, it activates your diaphragm and it relaxes your pelvic floor muscles so that the water just comes out. It activates all the right muscles that you need to just let things happen naturally. Rather than you sitting here and like pretending like you're giving birth, all you're gonna do is raise your likelihood of getting a hemorrhoid doing all that. And if you really struggle with all that, get yourself a little stool, pop your feet up, still moo here. You're going to feel everything come out like never before. And the last tip is I have a little bidet right here. In between each cycle of rinsing out with the douche, I will use the bidet just to clean up a little bit, keep everything nice and fresh, because if that was the last round, I'm personally ready to go get my ass eaten. And that's it. We're gonna repeat the cycle. We're gonna fill the bowl back up with a little lukewarm water, reapply a little lube to the tip, go back into our little Captain Morgan position, and then we're gonna dump the water back out into the toilet. The key here is to not overdo it. If you feel like after about 20 minutes, things are not looking good, today is not your day, babe. Don't force it. Forcing it is going to make douching harder in the long term, and it's just going to really bring your mood down. If you were horny before, douching for 45 minutes and getting pissed off and anxious and all that is not going to help your sex drive at all. I always recommend at 20 minutes, if it's not looking good, pivot to foreplay. Keep the sexual drive that you already have, the horny energy you've already got, and do other stuff. Sex is not always penetrative. I've got tons of videos on eating ass, blowjobs, all that jazz. Go do some of that today because this is not in your cards for today, and that's okay. I've been bottoming for 15 years and there's plenty of days where it's not in my cards. I might have eaten a trigger food earlier. I might be chronically stressed from something and my sphincters are just tight from that stress. Every day is a new day and you need to honor that for yourself. Don't give yourself a fucking headache in the bathroom. But real talk, we prioritize douching a lot, when in fact, pain and understretching in the bedroom is a major problem when it comes to bottoming. A lot of y'all are not opening up your assholes enough for the real deal. Don't play. Lucky for you, I got your ass covered. Check out this video to make sure you're opening up so that you can enjoy bottoming to the fullest extent, because you're the one bottoming. Don't you want it to feel good? Bottoms up. There is a lot of lube on this.